Hello, this is Delibert Oye, and on today's podcast, I'd like to talk about the reason why I've been away, and I would like to talk about breakthrough through prayers. So now I'll start with my story personally. So in the year 2017, no, in the year 2019, 2018, I had a car accident that changed the trajectory of my life or changed the way I am even till now. Um, During that time, I broke my arms, spent almost 9 months. I broke my arms, then spent over 3 months in hospital, then had like a cast on my hand till my hand healed for over a while. But then that was the tip of the iceberg. The story is here. Then you know that then they did not check the necessary things to be checked, which is the brain, the body, the other part of the body. In fact, the arms they checked was because my uncle told them to check it very well. Then they discovered that it was broken. In fact, I was doing perfectly well, standing up with a broken hand. Well, that should be a superpower. Standing up with a broken hand, and they checked the both hands and they discovered that there is fracture in both ends. Well, they just worked on that. And then here comes the big blow. I had seizure. And that one alone, it came in terms of like 9 months after. Then let me briefly tell you what happened between that 9 months. Then I was not able to go to school. As you know, I was in my SS1. I was not able to go to school over a long period of time. Then I had to catch up with everything I've missed in school. I had to catch up with everything I've missed in school. So all these things that I've missed in school took me nights of burning candles to catch up, to of writing notes, of burning night candles to catch up. Then I did catch up and even won the best student then. But it came with a price. After I've done all those things, my brain was entirely tired. My brain needed rest. Then overnight, one night I vomited, and that was the night that started the journey into the seizure I had over time. And normally, when you vomit, you think it's maybe chronic malaria that happened to you. So, typical Nigerian family, my mother gave me like anti-malaria. That day they had to take me to the nurse's place to like give me injection, so I'll be fine. Wow. Then after they gave me the injection, then I got home and used the drug too. After taking injection, and used the drug they bought, ibuprofen. Then after taking it, I knocked out. Then till after a week, I was subconscious. I was unconscious for over 2 weeks, and I was in hospital lying there. I'll really hear what people are saying, but I cannot say anything. I cannot move my body. And trust me, that experience was beautiful. During that second week, the day I woke up in I woke up in UCH, and they said, oh, I was in E and C, or accident and emergency. A and C, A and E, accident and emergency. I met myself on the bed with pampers, adult pampers. That then throughout that period, my mom took care of me. We Doctor recommended a lot of things. Those periods go after 9 months. We left the hospital. Then they recommended a drug that I'll be using every day to keep my body, and I'll be coming to for checkup in the hospital every Tuesday. Yes, every Tuesday. And like that, that's how my brain seizure gradually started to go. Only that I only that I crash. Only that every week I crash out and still meet myself in UCH, which means my brain literally. Let me explain how seizure works. Your other body parts are working except your brain, and you know that your brain is the powerhouse for everything that works in your body. Your brain is literally the one that controls, is the admin of your body. So I can be fixing my I can be fixing my school shoe, then I go off from there. My brain just goes off from there. I can be doing something and my brain just goes off. I can be I can be in class and then faint in class. Then the next time I wake up, I'm in the hospital. So that's how my life was over like 2 years of my life or 3 years of my life. Then after something began to happen in my heart, I began to crave for healing because I'm sustained by drugs, phenobarbital and I've forgotten the remaining name. These other like silver sachets like this, and it's probably like 2K or 3K per sachet. So I began to crave for something deeply in my heart. I was craving for healing. I was telling God I cannot go on living on drugs, wasting money like this. And I've seen my mommy go through a lot of things. My mommy borrow money to make sure I am healed. And then I was overweight because I was 15, 16 years old then. So my body was overweight more than my age. So I had to like be doing that. I have to be on diet. And as you know, being on diet can be money draining, or can be very expensive. So I had to be on diet. I had to work out. Thank God for COVID then that my elder sisters, me and my elder sisters were working out together. So those things happened. Then something began to happen in my heart. Then said I started craving for healings deeply in my heart. I started desiring for the healing of God, and those things are not new in our family. Because I believe deeply that God can heal, because He has healed my elder sisters, Taiwan Kende. He has healed my elder sisters. He has healed my elder sisters. So I believe deeply in the healing power of God. And I began to like sought for the healing power of God. I began to hunger for it. I hunger for it. I desire for it. I desperately search for healing in my life, and I did everything possible. I thought if I praise God enough, healing will come. Well, it did not, but I had a sense of breakthrough. I started doing worship, doing everything possible to make sure this thing goes. But then I carried that hunger for a very long time till a day I went to church. Then we had a deliverance program. Where our pastor talked about casted out giants that are obstructing you from greatness, and like that I fell, and like that I told my mommy that I'm no longer using the drug. I don't know what came over me then. I'm no longer using the drug, and since when I stopped using the drug, of there was no sign of seizure again. Even though I still feel dizzy sometimes, but there was no sign of seizure in my life again. So then my life became better. The healing was permanent in my life. The healing is still permanent in my life. So what I basically want to talk about today is breakthrough through prayers. Most of us push away things that help us get get a breakthrough in God. E.g., if you look at the life of Jacob, before his name was turned to Israel, he had to push his breakthrough through prayers. He had to wrestle with the angels. That's how his name was changed to the man who wrestled with angels. That's literally the meaning of Israel, who wrestled with God. He had to wrestle with the angel God sent to him for his name to be changed, for his whole life issue to be changed. The name Jacob means, I've forgotten, someone that I've forgotten the meaning of Jacob, but then his name was actually changed from a very bad name to a very good name. And I will talk about Obedeyodom, where the when the what you're about to call Apotiari entered his house, his life literally changed from A to B. So those things are the things that are the variables that makes you know that you have to break through prayers. And there is this one in the book of in is he I've forgotten his name, where God had to change his name from a bitter name to a very good name. I think I've talked about the power of name on my podcast, whereby there is power in your name. What his mother called him was a child of bitterness. Even though he was honorable, even in between his even though he was honorable between his mates, his name kept him small. So, and he prayed, and God even blessed him and increased his cost. So I'm saying, breakthrough through prayers. Prayer helps you to break through a lot of breakthrough through a lot of spiritual strongholds, and especially warfare prayers and deliverance prayers helps you to break through some spiritual strongholds. So, and that was it. That was how my life changed through healing of God. Because till today I could have been using drugs, but because of hunger, desire for healing, and desire and knowing that I can be healed, because it's not new in our family, and knowing that I can be healed, and because my parents took the step of faith with me, that's how I am here today. That's how I'm here today. So the total lesson of the story is that you should trust God for healing in your life. Trust God that He can take you through something. Trust God that He can break you. He can take you from point A to point from 1 to 1,000, because He's capable. Because He is one that is capable of doing those things. So, and this is the end of my podcast. And this is Deliberate Oye with this is Deliberate Oye. See you on the next one. And the next one we'll be talking about is dreams and interpretation. That's a very particular thing that has either made or marred some people's life. So we're talking about dream and interpretation. It has been in my spirit for a very long while. So we'll be talking about that. Cheers.